Okay, guys, welcome to another edition of the Mncfl Insider Show with your host, Big Daddy Woo Woo of the Dallas Cowboys. We are in Week 15, and we are heading down the final stretch of the season, where a lot of teams are trying to get into the playoffs, and a lot of teams are trying to prevent other teams from getting into the playoffs. But let's deal with some league issues first before we get off into some scores from last week's games or some predictions for this week. First, I'd like to welcome back Duper to the league. He has taken back over the Rams, and also talked to Dre this week, and he has assured me that he is still with us. Just had some things that's going on in his everyday life that made it a little difficult to play his games, but he is definitely with us, and possibly I should make that clear, maybe switching teams. I've offered him the Bucks, but he does like his Jets, so that's not yet set in stone. One of the issues I spoke with Duper about is subbing, and I think I'm going to implement a rule this year that for all veterans that they can find a sub if the team that they're playing has not requested a specific person to play that game. You know, we got a lot of guys go on vacation, and they will say, hey, such and such, play my game. As the case is with the Chiefs, I'm supposed to play any of the games that he didn't play before he left. But if there's nobody designated to play, a veteran coach may find him a sub. One of the things that was said to me is that they didn't want to have to play the same people over and over again, and I could definitely agree with that and see their point. So, guys, find a sub. If by Wednesday you don't have a response from your opponent and he has to post it on the site, you're free then to find a sub and of your choice. Another thing another date that's important will be next Friday. It'll be the end of Week 15 games. That is a roster freeze. We will no longer make player movements, trades, any of those things. So keep that in mind, guys. There's a roster freeze coming up next Friday. Be prepared. Another thing I need to probably mention is that the draft. Guys, we draft rounds 1 through 4. This has been our policy and the way we've done things since we started, and we'll continue to do it this way. So, guys, 1 through 4 is the draft. All right, I'm going to take a peek at Dr. Football also asked me to make an open invitation for any coach out there willing to participate in the interview process, that he will gladly interview you and post your interview on the site. What else can we talk about? Just the playoffs, guys. I know it's getting to that crunch time where we get real nitpicky about games, and a win here or a loss there eliminate or include you into the playoffs. Let's don't get cheesy, guys. Let's don't get cheesy and get close to cheating just to make the playoff. Let's keep it clean, and we just here to have fun and let the chips fall where they may. I mean, I'm one of those people that if I lose, I lose, and there's no excuse. I mean, I may make some excuses, but in the end, there's really no excuse that anybody else did anything to prevent me from making the playoffs or whatnot. As I look out into Week 15, we got some huge games that's going to have some serious implications on teams making the playoffs. I see the Steelers will travel to Cincinnati this week. Coach Slam Dog has been out there. I don't know if the Bengals are ready to beat the Steelers, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say that the Bengals will upset the Steelers and make it a little tougher for the Steelers to make the playoffs. You got the Giants, the Cowboys traveling to the Giants. Of course, that's my team. And last week we just laid an egg. I mean, the Raiders did an excellent job at defending us and took us out of our game. But this is a must-win game for the Dallas Cowboys, and I must pick the Dallas Cowboys in this one. The Miami Dolphins at the New England Patriots. Wow, what a turnaround of things down in Miami. They were on a roll, and as of late, they have been getting rolled over. And now they face Jeremy and the Patriots, who, I'm going to add, hasn't been out. I don't know if his internet has been down, but he's been out. But if the Dolphins don't want to play the wild card game, they need to win, and I'm going to pick the Dolphins in this one. You got the Raiders going to the Browns. Wow. Raiders and Browns. What difference did this one make? None. I'll give it to the Raiders because he's still thinking he can make the playoffs. He's dreaming, but the Raiders in this one. Colts and Titans, this is the best game of the week. This is the top two teams in the league right here. I don't even know where to begin. JJ's playing well. And down there in Indianapolis, Tennessee, young Smitty's playing well. I don't know. I think I'll go with the Colts and say he continues his run and shuts down young Smitty and the Titans. Jets at Texans. Nerf has got that team playing a lot better. I'm going to go with the Texans. You got the Packers at Bears. Tex, it'd be nice. I think Texas can get the Bears. I think the Packers can get the Bears. Tex, I did put your quarterback back to balance. Apologize about that. And while I'm mentioning that, guys, you got to remind me on progression weeks or the week before progression week to make sure I put the quarterbacks back to balance at every progression. They default back to their original setting. You got the Jaguars at Bills. Fabio's a new guy. Bills is an old guy trying to make the playoffs. I go with the Bills. Chiefs at Redskins. Wow, it sucks for Fry because not only do I get to play my Cowboys game, but I get to play the game versus the Redskins. And you know damn well I'm trying to win this one, Fry. I'm going with the Chiefs. Lions at Falcons. First ever female versus female game in the league. I'm going with the Falcons in this one. I don't think Stormer Blue Hell has a chance. Seahawks at 49ers. Huge game down there. Shane is out. I'm going to try to stall this one out to the end of the week. Hopefully they'll be back on. I'll call him just to get verification to see if his laptop or they got a new one yet, but they had some issues with their laptop. But that is a huge game, and I prefer those two teams to play each other. Cardinals at Vikings. The Cardinals, it is a wide open offense on the run, and the Vikings need to win. The Cardinals need to win. He still may have an outside chance. I'm going to go with the Cardinals in this one. You got the Ravens at Broncos. Another game. Big Nasty of the Ravens is Shane's roommate, and I think he's the culprit of knocking water or whatever he did into the laptop. So I'm subbing this one here in a little bit versus Dog Boy. The Broncos beat my Cowboys, and even when I played Dog Boy in the UCFL, he just give me fits. So I'm thinking the Broncos may get me in this one. I'm thinking that. Buccaneers at Saints. I'm going with the Buccaneers. Rams at Panthers. This is going to be a good game. I think Coach Love, surprisingly, is one of the better coaches in the league. With Duper back at the Rams, I mean, he can handle his own. That is a toss-up. But I'm going to get that one to Coach Love. I think the Panthers, his familiarity with knowing his team will be the edge that he gets over Duper. And last but not least, the Eagles at Chargers. Lights out, turned the lights on, or paid his bill, or whatever the hell they did down there in Philadelphia last week, and got a humongous win over the New York Giants. But lights out, I heard been talking smack with his cousin, the guy, about what he gonna do down the rest of the year. Lights out, the check bounce, baby. The Chargers over the Eagles. All right, let's see what else we can jump to. Anything else that I need to talk about? Again, let's just make sure we get these games scheduled. Remember about the watch. Please get these games scheduled. Remember, if you want to get on the site with Dr. Football, he's available. Just leave it on site. But good luck to everybody, and I'll see you next week.